What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Kyle, aka Theatrics. Welcome to What is Kyle's Quest all about? It's about having fun first and foremost. It's always about having fun. So I get a random challenge or a quest, as we call it. I get a random prop to either help me or hinder me. I never know what we're doing until we actually get to the task at hand. Then I have to just try to do the task given to me. So far I haven't backed out of anything. So I think the best part about Kyle's Quest is that things are never scripted. We literally have one take. Whatever we record is what we record. So back in the day, Tegan, I can't even remember which birthday it was, but she had a birthday party and we were playing these minute-to-minute games. And one of the games was, how's it hanging? So you had this pantyhose wrapped around you with the cucumber in it, and it was hanging between your legs. So just for entertainment purposes, I decided to get on all fours, drag this thing in between my legs, and try to move the orange using the cucumber into a hula hoop. And everybody really laughed at it, and like a lot of people were saying, you should go on YouTube, you should go on YouTube. So when Warp Studios, Kyle, Tegan, and the whole production team approached me and said, hey, let's make a YouTube channel. Then that's what we did. So what's it, like almost a year down the line, we've got Kyle's Quest.
They never said you can't drag the shit.
Sorry now.
If only you could. So technically, I can't from here do that.
You can.
Just swing it, you know.
So
You have to
I have.
I don't think dragging is going to be much easier.
No, yeah.
Can I
Because it's
just,
going to still go off.
for entertainment purposes,
Yes, you can.
show dragging without being tired?
We don't allow dragging.
Kyle, I have photographic evidence.
I got GoPro evidence.
You post that shit, I will like it.
I think one of my favorite quotes on Kyle's Quest is something that I didn't even say. It was after the skateboard fall, where this little kid was like, I'm a doctor, he has asthma. I think is probably one of my most favorite quotes.
I'm a doctor. I'm
It's really just quite cool to see that everybody just jumps on board, like that kid on the skateboard, or Joe and the dog, where I was like questioning her, like what credentials does this dog have, and she's just like 8 years. So it's a trained dog.
Yeah.
How long has dog been in this industry?
8 years.
I need a reference. I need
8 years.
documentation. I
8
need
years.
to call some people.
8 years, yes. She's a highly qualified dog.
Kyle's an asshole. Kyle's a guy who comes up with most of the ideas. He, in my opinion, I think he came up with doing the YouTube channel and approached me with the idea. He's also the cameraman. He does all of the editing. He's a real masochist, a real sadist, because he just wants to see me suffer and fail. Yeah, he is the mystery voice that you sometimes hear behind the camera, telling me to do stuff, like taser my finger. He's an asshole, but I like him.
There's a tear running down my cheek.
Mystery voice behind the camera. I'm so glad I got to taser him.
Oh man, that one was fucking bad.
Nadia really is the sweetest person that I know. She normally is the one who mics me up because I can't work up here with the mic. She's never on camera, like never. So what she's done, which is actually something that is pretty unique and pretty cool, is there's a little picture of a girl. Now, I'm not sure if you've ever seen Invaderism, but she's put an Invaderism little picture on each of our thumbnails. So if you guys do find it, let us know where you think it is or where you saw it. She's also a camera lady as well, so we get dual angles. So yeah, that's Nadia, just a sweet, pleasant girl. That's what I'm gonna call her, sweet, pleasant girl. You know, like I used to think Gavin was this just happy-go-lucky old guy, and now I'm realizing that he's just an old senile asshole. But I love him to bits. So what Gavin does within the team is he does like everything that needs to be made or kind of prepped. Gavin does that. I think they called him a rigger or a gaffer, one of the two. Gavin's like the anchor of the team. He's like that old uncle at like family gatherings that just sits in the corner and gets drunk and everybody loves but they hate him at the same time. In his boxes with like one nut hanging out. That's Gavin. But I think the best part about Gavin is that he's always a willing participant. You know, as you might have seen in Car's Revenge, um, he was just such a sport. So I think that's one thing I love about Gavin is that he's always willing. Love that guy, old guy, Gavin. Oh, Natalie's food is just amazing. She's the continuity manager to this day. I don't know what that means. I think it means she makes really good food. So Natalie, I've read she's producer slash caterer slash continuity manager slash costume design slash everything else, actually. She's normally the voice laughing in the background. We sometimes have to put duct tape over her lips. But yeah, she's just a sweetheart. Yeah, that's Natalie. Hi, Johan. Hi, Johan. I love that guy. So I think Johan helps with editing, but he's mainly the first hapless victim. He was the first person to get properly screwed over. Well, obviously besides me, but the first person to get properly screwed over in a Carl's Quest episode. Yeah, Johan, really friendly guy, a good drinking buddy. Good drinking buddy. No, actually no, because the last time we drank together, I was taking shots for him. No, he's not a good drinking buddy. He's not a good drinking buddy. But yeah, Johan, normally a hapless victim. So a hapless victim is people who are on Carl's Quest, who also don't know what the hell is going on, and they get screwed over. That's what we have nicknamed them. We're actually thinking of getting shirts made that say hapless victim. Um, yeah, so that's Johan. Johan's just really just a fun-loving guy. Tegan, the paramedic of the team. Actually, sometimes the voice of reason, like genuinely the voice of reason. Like I think I would have probably hurt myself a lot more if Tegan hadn't stepped in. She works a lot, being like she's a legit paramedic. So often she does work, and when she's at work, the rest of the team has a production meeting where they decide what I'm gonna be doing, and she becomes a hapless victim, as you have seen in many an episode. When she had to eat cat food, that was my favorite episode because it wasn't me. But yeah, no. So from what I hear, if you don't go to a meeting, you instantly become a hapless victim and join me on a task or a challenge or a quest. I actually think that without her, none of this would have started. Now that I think about it, so actually, Carl's Quest is thanks to Tegan. Stu is probably our go-to hapless victim. He's like number one on the phone list when it comes to hapless victims. Like one thing I must say about Stu is that you could call him the day before, say, hey, we're recording. He'd be like, cool, I'm game. Doesn't know what we're doing, but will pitch up with a smile on his face and really try to beat me, which in essence is what all of the hapless victims try to do is just make sure that they don't lose to me. They don't have to win, they just has to beat me. Like I actually owe him back for the squash dodgeball. I owe him back for that. And for shooting me in the throat with a paintball. Yeah, I need to get him back for that. But yeah, Stewie, always willing to lend a hand. Such a friendly guy. And he shot me in the nuts twice, but the throat hurt more. Throat hurt like a bitch. I thought I was gonna die that day. Like it just cuts to where I get hit and you see me turn. They don't show you that I was lying on the floor for like half an hour trying to breathe. Tegan rushed to my side, had to do, okay, no, she didn't have to do CPR, but it would have been funny if she did. But yeah, no, Grillmaster Stew, that's my nickname for him because he's a really good briar, person who bries, a brie master. Yeah. Ilza cheats. Like, Ilza cheats, Ilza is a hapless victim. I say she cheats because while we were doing the bouncing ball Red Bull race, she grabbed onto my leg after falling into my lane. And nobody called her out on it. Nobody called her out on it. It was just me. Nobody called her out on it. So yeah, I know she cheats, but always, again, always a sport. She's incredibly competitive. Like, it freaks me out how competitive she is. Like, I'm not that competitive in general. Like she will trip a person. She will cut somebody's like Achilles tendon to win. Yeah, very driven. Yeah, I love having her on board. It was really good competing against her. Or let me rephrase, it was really good losing against her. Well, that's Ilsa. Jason represents every minority known to man. Because Jason is gay, Jason is Jewish, Jason is vegan. What else is a minority? He really is a ball of joy. Like, regardless of what happens, if you meet up with Jason, you're instantly in a good mood. Like, yo, dude, he's really fun. Funny on camera. I love him on camera. Like, a lot of people have said that if they ever do a Carl's Quest with me, they want Jason to be there, which is ironic. He could actually probably have his own YouTube channel and go viral. But yeah, that's Jason. Just a real sweetheart. Just a sweetheart. Love him to bits. Not like in that way, like, love him like a brother. You know, not in love with Jason. Just, he's cool. I like hanging out with him. But I'm not going to suck his dick. That's all I'm saying. My sister. Oh, I love my sister to bits. She's like the newest addition to the cast. She's only been on a couple of episodes. We understand each other. We have that sibling, the look of like give her that one look, and then they know exactly kind of vibe. Yeah, no, we've come a long way. We're like growing up, obviously a sibling rivalry, but now we can put it on YouTube and have a sibling square off, which is pretty cool. Like, just once, can we just be on the same team? Like, that would be awesome. I'm the good-looking one. She got the brains and the talent. I got the looks. Because I'm like the sexiest person that I know. And then I just want to give a shout out to everybody who has been featured on Carl's Quest. Well, I think the episode that best describes Carl's Quest would be the attack dog episode. Simply put, because that was the first ever episode that we recorded. So that was done on the first day. We didn't even have a name for Carl's Quest. It was just we going out, we recording, this is happening, and then it did, and everything really went off kind of seamlessly, in the sense of nobody knew what we were doing, and then we got out there and we had this really funny episode, and it just worked so well. And I think that one really does describe what Carl's Quest is all about. It's a random challenge. You never know what we're doing. We didn't know what we were doing. We were literally just playing it by ear. So I think, going in with no plan and coming out with an episode, it leads to some very interesting sort of scenarios where we don't know what's going to happen. We really just kind of wing it, but it's like a structured winging it. So it's like structured chaos. That's how I would describe the first couple of episodes of Carl's Quest. But I think the best experience, there's two that come to mind, was riding that push tricycle thing, because every person that sort of drove past or rode past had like the biggest smile on their face. And for me in that moment, it felt so good knowing that for those few seconds, I made somebody smile, I made somebody's day, I gave people a story to tell, to their friends of, oh, one day I saw this grown-ass man riding a little push cart. I mean, that it just in itself is a really good feeling for me. And then the other one, another really great experience. Yeah, there's been so many though. I rate the bungee, but not for the bungee itself, but for that amazing motivational speech that one of those instructor guys gave me while I was up there, and then actually jumping. It was quite a good experience. I wouldn't like to do it again, but it was an incredibly fun experience. I wish more people would watch it. I genuinely wish more people would watch it. Not for the money, not for the recognition, but just because I know it's going to put a smile on somebody's face.